Now, mind you, sometimes when I would cut the corner, I would take off that toboggan. I'd take off that extra sweater. And after doing that a time or two and losing the stuff and not being able to find it and not being able to give her the adequate answer, I learned I might as well keep it on. You see, but my mother understood there were benefits from putting my clothes on properly. She didn't want me to catch a cold. She didn't want me to catch the flu or the pneumonia. And then she would have to miss work, or my father would have to miss work and stay at home with me. So she put my clothes on. And this morning, when we look at this text, basically what Paul was telling the church at Ephesus is to make sure that you are dressed properly. Paul is saying that there is going to be some weather. When there's going to be some times that the elements won't be favorable for you. So you need to make sure that you are dressed properly. Now, my mother dressed me physically. She added the layers because she wanted to protect me from that 32-degree wind chill. She placed the layers on me because she wanted to protect me when it was raining. She made sure I had my raincoat when it was raining so the water wouldn't saturate my clothes and make me sick. But what Paul is talking about this morning is that we need to make sure that our souls are dressed. We need to make sure that we've got some clothes inside of us that will help us hold up when the enemy comes against us. He tells us that there's a brand. And we live in a society where everybody wants that name brand. Everybody wants the Ralph Lauren. Everybody wants the Tommy Hilfiger. You ladies want the Michael Kors purses and the Louis Vuitton and the Dooney and Burke and the Coach bag. We live in a time where everybody wants a brand. But what Paul is telling us this morning is there's a brand that if we get clothed in this brand, we don't have to worry. It's called the armor of God brand. He tells us that this brand is engineered to deal with whatever comes in your life. He's telling us this morning that if we get the armor of God brand, this armor of God brand has the potential to stand against anything. The armor of God brand has the power to empower you to overcome any adverse situation. And what I find is that so many times we dress ourselves up on the outside, but we fail to dress ourselves up on the inside. You see, you can be dressed up on the outside, but that stuff on the outside will not sustain you. You can go over to Dillard's and buy the best of the best, but it won't do anything for you when trouble comes in your life. But if you are dressed on the inside, if your soul says that if your soul is dressed up, he says if your soul is dressed up, you can make it. You can go through any hailstorm and you can make it. Did you hear what I said? I said you can go through any hailstorm, internal or external. You can go through any situation and God will power you. So many times we walk around here catching hell in our life. Trouble on every side. And we wonder what's going on. We wonder why we are not making it. And it's because we haven't put our clothes on. It's because we don't have that relationship with God that we need to have. It's recognize that God is in control. What Paul was telling them this morning is this: you can't do it by yourself. Somebody under the sound of my voice, you've been trying to do it under your own strength long enough, and you ain't doing nothing with it. You're not getting anywhere with it. The fact of the matter, you're just like a car in a ditch. You're just spinning and getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper in it. But God is saying this morning, if you put me in your life, if you allow me to be your God, you can make it. You see, one thing that Paul assured the people at Ephesus was this: you can rest assured that the devil is going to knock on your door. You can rest assured that his foot soldiers will knock on your door. You can rest assured that you're going to have some troubles in your life. But the thing that you have to understand is you are not powerful enough. I don't care how much education you have. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. There have been some millionaires that go bankrupt. There have been some educated people in the nut house. He's saying, regardless of what you think you know, regardless of how powerful you think you are, you can't stand against the devil. And see, a lot of us are as naked as a jaybird trying to fight the battle that's not ours. A lot of us are as naked as a jaybird trying to stand against the devil. And you see, my beloved brothers and sisters, you might think you know the tricks of the enemy. But the enemy has a whole bunch of tricks. The enemy has a whole lot of foot soldiers. And if you are not dressed properly, you will catch a cold that you can't find a doctor down here to cure. So he says, put your clothes on. Because if you put your clothes on in this battle that we fight, if you put your clothes on, you will have the protection you need in order to stand against the devil.